In this short video series, we want to take a look at two powerful nodes that InstaMAT has to offer, namely the tile scatter and the guided scatter node. But at first, we need a nice input that we can use on our scatter nodes. So in this video, we will mainly work on such a rock atlas here. And this is our end result. But let's take a quick look at the scatter nodes first. Those two are really versatile. For example, you can create different patterns like weave patterns or scatter shapes around like rocks or leaves or twigs, etc. And also InstaMAT offers more than those two tile or scatter nodes, like the simple tile node, for example, or atlas scatter nodes. Those two are the most advanced ones. And at first, we're going to take a look at the tile scatter node and later on the guided scatter node, as both are really useful, but both have a bit of a different use case. But let's start clean. So I'll delete those nodes and I create a tile scatter node. Again, just press space and invoke quick search, type in tile scatter, and then press enter. We won't really use it in this video, but as we will need it in the next one and I want to explain a few things, let's set it up already. And as you can see, this is the default configuration. You have some InstaMAT icons scattered around. And as for most of the other nodes, you can choose between grayscale version or a color version. Let's go with grayscale. And as an example, I want to create a few rocks that we will scatter around. So I'll first create a rock atlas. Let's start with a shape generator. Let's set it to grayscale and choose the circle as our shape. Let's increase the softness a bit. Let's set it to 1. And to create a nice rock atlas, I like to use the tile node, which is also not really a scatter node, but it tiles your input. And this one is a bit more simple than the tile scatter and the guided scatter node, but it offers quite a lot of functionality that we need here. So I'll set my count to 3 by 3. And to get a bit of variance, I go to size and bump up the variance. Let's increase the size of our shape. Like so maybe. And that looks good. So to create a simple rock atlas, let's use a crystals noise 2. Let's blend that in. Let's preview it in the image viewer here. Actually, let's first warp our shapes. So I use a directional warp. Use my crystals noise as intensity input. And I want to use or warp them in just one direction. And it should be a really low intensity warp. Maybe we can even decrease the scale here. Like this. So I really want to have only a slight variation here. Let's move that to the left. Now I use the blend. And I'll blend in a cellular noise. Let's use multiply as our mode. And let's decrease the opacity. We have to swap the inputs first. And now, as you can see, we are getting those nice edges. And this is what we want. To make it even a bit nicer, let's also use a warp here. And a Perlin noise. With a lower scale, maybe 4x4 as well. And let's increase the intensity. This looks good. Now we created our rock atlas, and in the next video we will take a closer look at the tile scatter node. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, drop us a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. For the latest news about InstaMAT, please visit our website, follow us on X, join us on Discord, or sign up for the Abstract community. You can find all the links in the video description below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.